morning. I scheduled this for like 8 a.m. So I'm sorry if you guys tried to show up at that time, but 8 a.m. rolled around and I decided that was too early. I've been trying different times. I'm not sure which works best for you guys. I did like 7 p.m., which was kind of too late for me. I think I did 3 p.m., 1 p.m., and now here I am at noon. Noon feels good for me, but I know it's a Tuesday, so I don't know when you guys work or whatever. So just let me know what time is best for you guys, because I'm kind of just trying it out for myself. But I think I've decided, even though I'm a morning person, morning is, it's just a me time, you know? So, but I'm still here drinking my coffee, because I drink coffee well into the afternoon. So today we're going to talk about trying new things. So I did have someone in the group recently, Jenna. She had posted about a commission that she was asked to do, and it was actually for designing houses. So she said that she had used this app to design her own vacation home, and then someone saw it and said, hey, can you do one for me, like as a commission? But having only ever done it once, she clearly didn't have a lot of experience. So she's like, you know, it's kind of out of my comfort zone. You know, what should I do? So I thought that was super a good topic to talk about, because this will happen to all of us if it hasn't happened to you already. It happens to me a lot. Not necessarily with designing homes, because yeah, I don't do that either. But yeah, so if it's not something that you have a lot of experience in, it's gonna feel uncomfortable. So it's going to be out of your like comfort zone, which your comfort zone is a nice place to be, but you're never going to grow if you stay there. So I usually always say, you know, try anything once, except, you know, maybe certain drugs, maybe don't try those once, but try anything once and see if you like it. And if you do, then you can roll with it. If you don't like it, then don't do it again. So here's some things that I think would be super useful if someone asks you to do a commission that you're not sure if you are qualified to do, or if you want to do, or if you even like it. So personally, I think if they've seen your example of how you can do it, like your one time that you did your own house, if they've seen that and they said, wow, this is really impressive, I love it, will you do mine? Like clearly you are good at it. Like they think that you're good at it. So I think that you have the skills to do it, because a lot of times when something is out of your comfort zone, it's not that you're bad at it, it's just that you're not confident in your ability to do it. So, and that really is unrelated to if you're good or not, because you can be good and be really not confident about it. So I think you should just take that person's advice and their opinion and really take it to heart, because if they think that you're good enough for them to ask you to do it for them, and especially to pay you money, I think you can definitely say that you're good enough to do it, good enough to charge for it. So don't worry about it in that aspect. But another thing is if you are worried about your skill, if you're still like, that doesn't help you feel better about it, just give them a rundown of what will happen if they don't like it when you're done. So with any commission, I always say, take a deposit, whatever you feel comfortable with. It could be like 50% of the cost, or it could be like I do for mine, just like $50 to hold your place on my calendar, which is, it's not 50% for me, that's like 25% usually. But yeah, just take a little something for your time. So even if they don't like it at the end, you still get your money back, or you get your time's worth, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a waste of time for you at all, because your time is valuable too. So even if they think it's trash, you should be paid for your efforts in general, and just let them know that it's non-refundable. And if they're cool with that, normally they are. I've never had anyone say that they're upset by that. Then just go ahead with it. I'm gonna take this coffee. This is very corny. It was a gift. I broke the wifey mug because I'm clumsy, so now I use the hubby one. Anyways, so if they don't like it at the end when you're done, just explain to them what will happen before that like even arises. Say, you know, I'll keep the deposit, but I'm not going to give you the artwork to use because you said you didn't like it, and I'll give you a refund on the rest of the cost. Or you can offer, if that's not something you want to do, you can offer to redo it too. Normally, I'm not a redoer. if you didn't like it the first time, because I give my 100% effort on every commission, like it's perfect the way that I feel like it's perfect. And if you don't like it, I don't change it. Like I'm not going to redo it for you. For me, there's like a stage in my commission process. It's the sketch stage. So before I add paint or Photoshop, I give it to the customer and say, do you like it? You know, here's where I plan to put the colors. Does this look good? And sometimes they have changes and I'll just change it for free. And sometimes they think it's perfect and we just go ahead with the rest of it. So at the end, if they say they don't like it, you can just either change it or give them their money back, but make sure to keep that deposit for sure. And that way, if you lay it all out beforehand and you're uncomfortable, they know what the deal is. They know what's going to happen if they end up not liking it. And you can feel better and you can feel more confident because worst case scenario, they don't like it, right? That's the worst case scenario. So you've already decided what's going to happen when the worst case scenario appears. So it just really relieves all doubt. You know what to expect. And then if they love it, they love it. And you get paid and you tried something new. So yeah, that kind of clears all that up, I think. And then if you are going to try something new, it's good to stretch your creative muscles. Like if you do the same thing all of the time, for one, that gets kind of boring. But I do know that staying in a niche or like staying in a very specific area is good because then you can get better at that specific thing. Like I know this girl and she does specifically portraits. She does portraits only. And she's really good at them because that's all she does. But that's her comfort zone. So it's like a fixed color palette, it's a fixed, pose that they're in, and they look beautiful. But when you don't stretch your creative abilities, they all end up looking kind of the same. So, and they do for this girl I'm thinking about. So they're beautiful. She's super skilled. She's super niche. She's got her audience that loves everything she does. But, when you don't stretch your creative muscles, I personally get bored by that. So I think if someone offers you a chance to do something brand new, you should take it. And then if you don't like it, you can just say, well, I don't do that anymore. Or like, that's not something that I offer. But definitely try it once because you might decide that you love it. And you might decide that's like the new path that you want to go on. So I would say just try it because you'll never know unless you try. So that's my take on that. Always say yes, unless like, for instance, you designed your own home and you hated that process, like, I don't know if you've ever built a home on The Sims or something, but to me, that was my favorite part. So really, I would just do that over and over and over. So if you loved it, say yes. But if you hated it within your own experience, definitely say no, because you don't want to end up doing stuff that you don't like. But yeah, so say no. There are some things that I say no to in my commissions too. Like I advertise that I do portraits. So I'll do your portrait, I'll do a couple portrait for you and your significant other. I'll detail like the price ranges for every, person who's in the photo, or if you want to add a pet, it's an extra $25. So I'll lay out everything that I offer, and then I pretty much just say, like, if you want something else, like if you want a scene, or if you want a building or your house or whatever, just message me about it and I'll let you know if I do it. So this way, my comfort zone is the portraits. So I'll do a portrait for you no matter what, pretty much. But if you want something else, something out of my comfort zone, then you have to DM me and I can either choose to accept or reject that offer. So it leaves the door open, and people do ask me for these all the time. The last commission I did was not a portrait, it was a scene. It's like a landscape. I've kind of been getting into landscapes a little bit, but so yeah, you can put that on your page too if you have a like a shop or a page where you, like a landing page where you put your commission offers, or even just in your Instagram bio, say I do pet portraits, or I do landscapes, or I'll draw your grandma, or whatever. But then just put, for other inquiries, please DM. So that way you can have an avenue for stretching your comfort zone, but you can also just put it right out there that I might reject it if I don't feel like doing it. So that's what I do. And honestly, like, it's your business, it's your art. You can do whatever you want. Like, you can say, you know, I can't draw that. Or you can say, you know, if you don't feel comfortable, if they want a couple portrait of them sitting on a couch, you can say, well, this is my first time ever drawing furniture, so heads up. You know, just be very open, be very honest, let them know what's going to happen procedurally before you take their money. Because that way, when you take their money, they know what to expect. They know it's your first time. They know it's out of your comfort zone. They know, you know, what the deal is pretty much. You don't want to surprise anyone. Surprises, especially when you're selling someone something, are usually bad unless it's like a free gift with your purchase or something. But yeah, so just let them know what to expect. And I think everyone will be happy. And honestly, the more you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be with it. So something that was brand new to you once upon a time can become your comfort zone. So for instance, like I'm usually not someone who talks on video like ever at all because it's not comfortable for me. It feels kind of weird. It feels kind of awkward being on camera. Like I can see myself in this video right now. Very weird. But the more I do it, the more comfortable it becomes. Like this is probably what, my 4th video with you guys, and it's already not weird. Like I'm already not feeling weird about it. But the first one I did, I felt extremely weird. And I mean, but it turned out fine. And then once you rewatch it and realize that it turned out fine, I'm like, well, I actually do like this. This is okay. So you just kind of have to go through the process of it. And then you can expand it regularly. So I do this every week. So this is like a regular basis type of deal. So, and every time it gets less weird and every time I get more comfortable with it. And yeah, that's pretty much what you have to do. And then soon your comfort zone will be very big and you'll have so many things that you're capable of doing. Recently, I just learned pattern making, which was out of my comfort zone. I had to watch this tutorial. I'm self-taught with literally everything that I do art-wise, which is cool, but I learned how to make a seamless pattern and I had to watch this tutorial on it and everything, and it was very weird and I messed it up like the first couple of times. Thankfully, that's something that I could mess up in private. Unlike these videos that I do, where the first video I recorded was without sound, so that was pretty public. So if you mess up, honestly, it's okay. And that's another reason why you want to let them know it's your first time, or if it's out of your comfort zone, just let it be known. Because then if you do mess up, it's no hard feelings. So, and I think that's really the goal here. So, and you can build confidence the more that you do it. So thanks, Jenna, for sharing that. I thought that was super useful and also really cool that someone wanted you to design their home, because people live in their home every day and that's a privilege for sure for someone to ask you that. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to put them in the Cloudy Club group. I'm going to be probably putting some more question prompts out there. I really liked the what do you struggle with one. So I think the next one might be like, what are your long-term goals? Like, what do you really want to achieve? Because I know a lot of people, I did a survey with my email list probably a couple months ago now. So some of you might not have been on there for that, but it was just a bunch of questions of what are your goals? What are you struggling with? What type of art do you make? All kinds of stuff. And I got a lot of surprising answers. So I got some people wanted to become a children's book illustrator, or some people, of course, wanted to sell their art online, like, you know, don't we all? And some people were struggling with finding their art style, and some people were struggling with their family not accepting the fact that they wanted to be a full-time artist and quit their like real job. So I had a lot of goals, a lot of struggles revealed through that. So I'm gonna just keep asking you guys questions. So hopefully you're cool with answering them, because the more you answer them, the more I can, you know, address them in these videos or make articles about them. And honestly, it's just fun. And I want to know that you guys like what I'm putting out and not just, you know, winging it. So feel free to let me know. And also let me know what time works for you. Like what time, you know, do you, because I repost the replays anyway, so really it's okay if you don't come. But for those of you who do want to come, I want to make it accessible for you. I have every Tuesday off the whole day, so I go to bed early though. So I think the morning is off limits for me because the morning is me time, but we can do like any time in the afternoon, I think would be good. So let me know and I'll switch it up for you. I think that is it for today. So get out of your comfort zone, do something new, and let me know what you think. Bye guys.